going on, everyone? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. We double dipping today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Earlier today we did a workshop, talk shop type of episode. And thank you guys for hanging out. We was painting this guy. We're going to keep painting this guy, but Rogue's been on my mind. I started messing and drawing this yesterday, and I wanted to... It's kind of one of those things that just... As I'm passing the time, seeing what I can add to it. I'm in a weird place right now artistically because I've been doing a lot of drawings where I've been smudging my graphite and erasing the way I'm doing right now with my kneaded eraser or my electric eraser and stuff like that. And I wanted to see if I can kind of blend in some sharper lines with some of that traditional smudging and erasing. With that said, welcome to the channel. This is Art to the Round Table. My name is Mello. Thank you for being here. Happy Wednesday, right? Happy every day. Happy Wednesday. If you're hanging out, it's a good day. So, all right, let me just finish erasing some of these lines. Can I say something that annoys me? Here's my old man shaking my fist at the clouds moment. Kneaded erasers. When kneaded erasers get dirty and you start cleaning out your page, you end up getting these kind of like skid marks. Fellas, we hate skid marks. Unless it's from your 2019 Mustang Bullet. JOM. How you doing, man? Or do that. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I'm just messing around real quick before I start painting again. But yeah. I've been watching X-Men 97. I've been watching the season 1 again. I've been watching it with my daughter. She's enjoying it. She missed it the first time around. She's not much of a comic book fan the way I am. So she was taken aback of how just messy they all are. Rogue, Gambit, Magneto, and Cyclops and Jean. How messy, and I have to iterate to her how the angst that we see on screen is nothing compared to the type of shenanigans that goes on in the comics. So I figured I'll draw Rogue just because Rogue is in the center of that first season pretty much. You started watching the OG series. I loved the OG series. What was so good about it was it introduced a lot of those classic stories to kids who weren't reading comics at the time. Sometimes reading comics and watching cartoons doesn't always translate to each other. You know, some comic book readers will be like, that's kiddie stuff, and vice versa, but it introduced me to a lot of cool characters. I was born in the ascent of 70. I was born in 79, so I didn't really... My cartoons growing up, man, were, you know, Voltron, Transor Z, and Justice League, or at the time it was the Super Friends, right? Spider-Man and his amazing friends. So there was no angst back then, not for me, unless you was watching Japanese shows. But we were getting watered down version of those shows. Anyway, I digress. OG X-Men series is one of the best. One of the best. And their continuation is really well done. But yeah, they're messy. Alright, let me just mess around with this real quick, and then we're going to get to paint some more. I'm trying to do more painting. Sure, ask away, bud. Oh, budette. Scooby-Doo, Gilligan's Island generation. Yeah, I guess. Back end of the Flintstones, all Tom and Jerry. What's the question? Is that right? Shaggy was based on Gilligan? Well, I know a lot of those shows kind of, they were all rehashing old ideas, right? So if that was the case, then it was being modeled after the Honeymooners with Ralph and Norton. Okay, so the question is kneaded eraser versus these rubber erasers. Okay, so let me just clean this off. With a kneaded eraser, not on Gilligan the actor. Ah, okay. He's one and the same to me, isn't that weird? So, the benefits of using a kneaded eraser is just as one, its pliability, your ability to go ahead and mold it, because it is kind of like putty. So I mold it into sharp edges, and I can get into the smaller details, into eyes, that type of stuff, right? You can use it to create tone. I'm sorry if you don't see that. Let me see if I can get a tighter picture here. And that might be as close as I can get. Oh, it didn't switch over there. I unfortunately don't have an image on the vertical side to zoom in. So, but anyway, you can mold it for, see where the eyes are. If you want to do subtle erasing and build and tone building, you could just go ahead and little dabs. You can create texture. That type of stuff. You can roll it across the whole page to remove some of the loose graphite in case you don't want to remove everything. Sometimes you may go too dark, so you can take it and just roll it across. It'll lift up. So for softer erasing, for tone building and shape building, as opposed to this bad boy for the rubber eraser, it's strictly for getting rid of it. I don't want that line. This is what's going to get out of it. I use them both to bring out the light. Sometimes I'm using it the way I did for Rogue's jacket there, for those folds. Sometimes it's easier for me to see the light in a fold than it is to see the shadow. So let's say, for instance, I want to add a bit more detail here, something small. I can either, if I want the jacket to have multiple tones of light and dark, I can then use this and draw into it. You could get softer erasing, kind of like if I was to do her face and I didn't want to do a sharp erasing, I just wanted to build around the beauty around her face. I can then lightly start erasing around it. It's just a bit more control. And yes, that's how I did the erasing. See that? this is what I use. I use these 3 tools. My electric eraser. The electric eraser is good. One, you can draw with it, right? And if I wanna do a solid erasure completely without pressing too deep into the paper, I'll let the machine do the part. I want to add a glint into her eye. If I can. If I want to add deeper highlights on her lips. Can I do it with the kneaded eraser and the other one? Sure. This one gives you a little bit more precision and tightness. But it gets dirty like all things. It's probably hard to see at that point, but you can really get some good highlights. If I wanted to do stitching on her suit, more detailed, then I can use the electric eraser and just kind of stitch it down. I can use it if it was chainmail, if I was drawing Captain America, or if I was doing Red Sonja. Red Sonja has chainmail bikini. If I wanted to do that, I could. Using this. You gotta use the tools, man. Sometimes it's unconventional. Sometimes it's used in a way that it's not made for. But that shouldn't stop you from experimenting and trying it out. Every piece that you see that I've done that's in pencil, that has heavy shading, these are the tools that I've used to add detail and texture. You know what I mean? She doesn't really have anything on her that shines completely. Her suit maybe, but I used this eraser. Like I'm gonna go in here on her leg and add some more shiny details because this green and yellow, her suit. Here, I'll give you an example of soft light versus harsh light using kneaded eraser. On that part here, I'm gonna just right. And then if I want a harsh underlighting, if I needed to, I can just use this or my electric eraser. It's all about control, especially when it comes to drawing. You want to be able to control everything because you're the one creating it, right? If I go on too far, because this is pencil and it's graphite, cotton swab, us pimply teenagers would use this all the time with OxyClean, which is basically rubbing your face with intense isopropyl alcohol, grain alcohol. It felt like. What pencils did I use for this particular drawing? HB and 2B. No, I skipped the 2B. 4B. And if you're wondering about brand, these are some Arteza woodless graphite pencils. I like these, but because I use my hand a lot, because I smudge a lot, these get a bit messy. What's going on, Saboteur? Good afternoon. So yeah, HB and 4B. Oh, what happened there? What is happening? She got a smooge. She got a smooge where I didn't add. Something's causing filth. Woodless, yes. So it's just a lead wrapped in a thin piece of lacquer or plastic. So there's no wood binder like this. See how that has a wood binder on it? Like most pencils. This one has no wood in it. It's just the lead. One of the things I don't like about it, I like to use the side of my pencil. Some of these shade marks I use with the side of the pencil. By, you know what I'm saying? And I can control a bit. These you can do it, yes, but it kind of, because there's no wood, the whole thing is graphite. You can't really be judicious. It's gonna, so you getting the cotton swabs, dude. If this is your style, this is mine. This is what I ended up developing from going to school and doing charcoal. I fell in love with charcoal in college, just because it was just, I don't know, mind blowing to me to draw using negative space, negative lines, like with the kneaded eraser, and seeing your piece come to life that way. And it just stuck with me. It's one of the things I love to do most. And as I was developing my drawing style, I've maintained it, and it's become a staple of mine. I didn't invent it, of course, but it has become a staple of my artwork. So if you've seen my Wonder Woman, my Amazon piece, it's all pencil, graphite, and eraser. What else? My Doctor Doom, even on artboard. Even though I was using the blue Prismacolor, the steps were the same. Here, check it out. I ain't gonna lie, that roll gets smoking. So yeah, my style is the same no matter what type of tool you give me. If I can blend it the way I blend it with graphite, it's exactly what I'm gonna do. So that is how I built the detail on Dr. Doom. I was using these Prismacolor pencils. Do I still have the Wonder Woman? Of course, I'll show you too. I'll show you in a second. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'll get it. Okay. Let me put this here. Do you have Wonder Woman? Not sure if I saw it. And Chitara. From the Thundercats. I've been drawing my cartoon crushes. I'm gonna have to draw Lady J and the Baroness soon. So anyway, I use these pencils, which are great. Prismacolor color erase, so you can erase a bit with the pencil. But I use the same tools. Here goes my smudging device, my cotton swab. There she is. my kneaded eraser, and especially my electric eraser. So all of those sharp lines, I did it building outwards and basically negative drawing with the eraser and then blending it in to smooth it out. It's really fun to do. Chitara the same way. These were using regular pencils, using the cotton swab, and you can see the electric eraser drawing around it. I used it for the eyes. I used it to remove to erase around the symbol. I put gesso on it. I'm gonna have to put another coat of cat on cue. This image, although I like it, the proportions are off. But it could be, you know what, I'll say this is because she has a jumpsuit. So I put acrylic wash and then gesso on this one because I'm going to be painting these. So all I've been doing is developing and building on my style. The hardest part is trying to transition this piece to ink if I wanted to. Like, I don't know how I would be able to create these type of gradients from her suit. Like, this would be easy enough to just put in black and futz around with it and try to figure it out, but I'm working on it. You know what? I basically kind of did so here. This is I cleared out my portfolio. I had 2 giant portfolios with a ton of my art, and I cleared them out so I can I don't know what's the word, like reset them up for some, so I can showcase them and show them around if I have to, and it'll have my best stuff. So, as you can see here, I maintained both styles of the pencil shading with the heavy ink. This has been gessoed. You can hear that? This is regular Bristol board. That's what I do when I'm going to paint over my paper. Bristol. Nah, man, she got a thumb. Thumb's over here. How big a thumb? Well, I guess. Damn, bro, you. It's not missing, it's invisible. Come on, man. Ay, caramba. My Johnny. This is based on Saboteur. Saboteur's Physique, Charlie. If you're still there, you're welcome. This is based on mine. I want to paint these. I think I'm going to paint these. Because the gesso and the pencils turned it grayscale almost. He about to give that Cyclops and Ryu dap right there. What up, my dude? I love the squinty eyes. All of this was taken off of a Jack Kirby page. It was so difficult to try to match that dude's. Oh, you're welcome, bud. I would love to see this. This piece was September 2024. That's not bad growth, I think. People always, I mean, We're going to be getting scrutinized more than ever, us real artists, because of all the AI stuff that's going on. Here's to show you guys growth, my peoples. 2 years of growth. So, if you didn't see my style then, you can't say that is made up now. What's the point? If you didn't love me then, you can't love me now? But you can tell how soft my shading was. And that's supposed to be Storm, and she's supposed to have darker skin. That was the only thing at the time I remember when I was doing that I wish I would have gone darker. Did I fix this? I can't tell. I've been redoing my paintings and my drawings. I might redo this one. I think it may be time to redo it. Lively, what does it say? I'm sorry. Lively, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. If this is your first time, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit the likes. Give me the hearts and the hundos. Hit the notification bell. I'll be here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. So yeah, that's her. So that does look like it was drawn by the same person, just evolved. No need for redo. Yeah, sometimes you should. Why not? Build out. You gotta build. But yeah. This one has a bit more shadow. Stronger shadows in that suit for whatever reason. This is the Wonder Woman. Oh, hey, there you go. How's that for growth? Good Lord. And the only difference between these two is just time in between, right? This drawing of Storm took me, I remember it because I marked it, took me 8 hours to do in one sitting. It took me 8 hours. This piece took me a little bit longer than 8, but not so much more. Except I went deeper and more confident with the shading. Did I spray this? Yes, I did. Use more tools. I used my tools. The electric eraser, again, to build those. The kneaded eraser to get the tones on her cheeks and her teethus. And this is what you get in 2 hours or so. You gotta be able to do it all, man. I really need to be painting, so let's get painting. But, party peoples, I gotta show you guys. I'm gonna be showing everybody that's willing to listen. The expression is so expressive. I like that. You sound like Exhibit. Yo, dog, I heard you like expressions. So put some expressions on your expressions. That was for Pimp My Ride, Pimp My Art. Little Clayface action. So all of these was stuff that I had. All of these pieces were what I had in my 2 portfolios, and I need to... You want to ink the Predator? The Predator's already inked. Come on, man. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You want me to... I could scan it and blue line it to you, bro. I would love to see it. You can even redo it. That'd be dope. Sebo, hit me with a thumbs up, man. I do have the pencils. This is the original pencils here. I feel like I overdid the pencils. Here, you know what? I'm gonna set this aside and we'll do that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Uh, but I was following along to John Buscema. You really can't go wrong. All you got to do is just do what he do as best as you can. I couldn't match the 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 logo. I did my best. As you can see, I left it blank on the original. When I scanned it in, I don't think you'd mess up my work, bro. You're a professional. You are a professional. I'll scan it. I'll rescan it. I think I have it up in I think I have it in my files, but I'll rescan it for you. This was cool to do, man. I was almost I need a sip. I got a bit overwhelmed with this one. I thought I bit off more than I can chew. But I really wanted to capture these three characters together, and I really wanted to emphasize the pain on Anderson's face. Not because I'm a masochist or anything like that, but just to give proper credence to their history and backstory. I'm super proud of Judge Dredd's broken arm here. Twisted up and gnarly. He don't even care. He just wants to shoot dude in the face. Alright. And of course, the cream rises to the top, baby. The cream rises to the top. Ooh, yeah. Me inking the curbage. I fell apart up here. It's so much work. And I kind of like lost my way up there. Oh, I got getting the shakes. Magnemite, dude. I laugh at myself because all I draw is Magneto, the Hulk, and Wolverine. Now I drew Magneto as Galactus. Magneto, Wolverine, the Hulk, Galactus, Daredevil, Spider-Man. I'm more proud of that explosion right there, that smoke effect and fire, than anything. My girl's strong. I'm gonna do another one of these. Do another piece like that. The Black Panther. Deathlock. This is after I met you, Sabo, and started keeping all my pencils and printing them out so I can ink over the copies and keep my originals. There it is. It's another one. I can't remember. I need to spray these. Yeah, I gotta spray that one. So yeah, JOM, these are using the same technique: blending, smudging, erasing. That's it. And all you're doing is that in cycles, bringing out the darks, lighten it up, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do you guys follow Duck Bacon? He was doing a digital inking of this piece, and I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing good. I'm more concerned about his well-being than anything like this, but every time I see this, I'm reminded of him. So if you guys know him and follow him, send him a wellness check, man, for Mello. I'm gonna do the same. Blend, smudge, erase. That's the new, what is it? Duck, dip, dodge, and dive. We're gonna have to add to the smudge, blend, smudge, and erase. I like this piece simply because it was the first time I used this model for Big A Batman. Absolute Batman, Big A Batman. Alright, we done here? Nope. I wanted to bring some of these. I'm going to the Comic-Con, first con, I forget the name of it. The Comic-Con here in Jacksonville on Saturday. But I always see when people go, oh, if you're gonna bring your portfolio or anything like that to share and show it to people, don't bring anything that's incomplete. Well, most of my stuff is incomplete, but I still want to show them that potential. I like this one. I really do. And here's... Alright, enough of this stuff. Because I'll be here all day. But yeah, what I really wanted to show you guys here. This piece. Right? So this is a drawing I did of Green Lantern, John Stewart, and Steel. John Henry Irons. Right? And it was inked by professional artist Chuck Gibson. I'll put these here side by side. What a treat this is, man. I got a copy of this printed out and scanned, not printed out and framed. I'm so tickled over this thing and nerding out over it. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy how it came out. The work this dude did was he said Shaquille. Boo this man. Boo that man. But yeah, man, how cool is that? Let me see if I can get a better shot for. Nope, same. What a treat, man. I'm super grateful for what he did in his work. He didn't have to do that for a nerd like me, man, but I appreciate it. And it's just kind of like a confirmation of my artwork that a professional would want to ink it. I see the pieces that he inks on his free time, and they're from legitimate professional artists, and the fact that he unless he's unless he's pitying me like Make-A-Wish, but John asked, what printer do I use? I use a Canon Pixma, a Canon IX6820 that was recommended. Did you recommend that printer to me, Saboteur? It's a large format printer. It's fantastic. I got it just for the 11 by 17. So it is the bomb. I think it's an inkjet. Yes, that's the one, bro. Has not steered me wrong. I really don't use it to do prints like this. I'm going to get this professionally done. Alpha Fatima, hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. It wasn't. This turned into show and tell, just because how proud I am and how thankful I am to Chuck Gibson. I got a professional inker signed Chuck Gibson, Mr. Gibson. Yeah. What do I got as a scanner? I can't see the name of my scanner. Which model is an IX68? IX6820 PIXMA Pixma Canon. It's a Canon. I got an awesome scanner, full-size scanner. It's not an Epson. I don't think it is. I don't think I'll be able to afford it. Anyway, I'm very proud. Glad I can show it to you guys and share it. Looking forward to doing more with the Gibson. All right, what are we doing here? Let's keep going, shall we? I'm gonna do some work on the leader. I don't have any green on my palette unless I mix it. But I really need to start working on this. So let's see if we can do. We're gonna have to start adding some greens. Why not? I gotta keep in mind the yellowish part of the Hulk's color. I don't want to just sit here and noodle. Maybe some brown, because you guys deserve some painting done. So let's do that. I do have some brown there. I'm going to use this manufactured brown. A little bit of it. I'm going to mix it with, if I can get it out. Mix it with the white. That's going to be my highlight. I'm going to do. There's not much in terms of brown in this piece. I need it thinner. So I'm going to use it. I use this one instead. I'm going for the smaller brush. All right, let's do this. Can you guys see everything all right? Cool. This is where I have to make sure that because it's not that I'm close to the finish line, which is something that's in my head too, that I do not take for granted how much work needs to be done, and then I'm in here trying to rush across the finish line. One of the things that I've been trying to teach myself, which is very difficult, and one thing that I'm trying to put into my life is patience. Patience. So, I'm just going to see how this works. I'm going to add this brown, just to see if it'll help the hair pop. And then I'm going to add a bit of a lighter brown in the center to give it some highlights. I just want to see if it'll blend the way I'm thinking. So, because his hair... Whoa. I almost dropped. My vertical stream is bouncing. This brush is so thin that it's not grabbing enough paint, making it very frustrating to try to work with. Adding a little orange. I gotta be careful, there's too much warm. But I think that's all going to balance out. I hope so. I'm trusting what I see here. I'm trusting that it'll balance out once I start adding the green to the Hulk. So are you guys drawing with me? What are you guys working on if you are? Let me know. Make me feel like a zoo animal just sitting here entertaining you guys. Alright, I can work with that. I can work with that. Get a little bit darker. En espíritu. What's up, man? But I give you guys credit for sticking around watching, man, because painting, yeah, dance, monkey, dance, draw, monkey, for hanging out and watching. Yeah, I still gotta figure out what type of green. Let me get this cable out the way. Good lordy. I'm not recording any time lapse today. It sure is. Alright, let's do the highlights here. I think my paints have finally, speaking of paint drying, is finally drying on my palette. And I think that's pretty amazing. This stuff started, I started this painting on Monday. Same palette on this wet palette. Same pigments in the wet palette. The great thing about these type of exercises when you're doing a recreation or you're using reference like I am here with this comic book, you really don't have to sweat creating colors or over mixing or any of the mystery. Actually, it's a great learning experience to just try to match what you see and let it go, let it flow. Because usually one of the biggest hurdles that some new artisans are falling into is, what do I paint? What do I draw? How do I do this? How do I do that? Take the mystery out of it and draw something that you was already going to look at anyway. Start building familiarity and comfort. Today, yeah, if I have the time to do it, I'll do 2. I've been doing 2 mostly recently, but life, man. Life. So whenever I just do 1, I try to make the best of it. If I do 2, then we hanging and banging. Who else got blue highlights? Nobody. Oh, man. Can I use any of these for color? For skin tone? Maybe. I might just cheat and use these pre-made flesh tones. Why not? That's what it's there for. And there's only 2 coconuts. Might as well. These pink fellas. Need a little darker than that. You still, even now, you don't have to worry about the type of colors or that type of stuff. You still have to experiment the way I am here and trying to find the right tones and shades for these faces. But it's not such a, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't become a chore. And then you start feeling a bit more in the process. That first tone dried up a lot. Darker than I'd expected. You guys can't even see the face. My camera's too far. Let's see. Hey, I helped you. Enhance. And a little bit more white. Their faces are so small, I'm not having to worry about true shading or anything like that. Who cares? I'm not going to put any highlights. I don't think so. Or pure highlights or reflective light from the laser blast or anything like that. Just give it enough for you, the viewer, to know what it is. And that's it. Yeah, that looks alright. That looks good. Now I gotta do this guy down here in the forever sleep. I think I tried to cheat on this one and put most of his face in shade. The reference has more light. But we gonna be alright. Keep purple from getting dead, I guess. Somehow my colors turn purple. One of the things that I'm trying to get past myself when it comes to painting is these little wishy-washy brushstrokes. Put her in there, man. Put her in there. Trying to be precise when it's too early, when it's not necessary. And then it just turns into a muddy mess. Start getting frustrated. All right. Again, this brush is really thin, and it's not really doing what I want it to do. So I gotta blame the joystick. How do you guys feel about the Hulk being in that Spider-Man movie? Do we care? I think he's taken the place of Dr. Connors. If they're gonna do the Man Spider or whatever the heck they're doing to Tom Holland, I think in the books it was during during Morbius. It was during Morbius's run. An introduction when he became that, and it was Dr. Connors, the character that becomes the Lizard. But I don't know. For as much as we enjoy these movies with Tom Holland, Has he been given his own movie? He's been overshadowed in all of his movies. I think the only time he kind of stole the show was during Civil War, and it was a cameo. So what are we doing? What's happening? What's happening? That's his hand. What's up, Homer? What it is, what it do? Crashing all the horizontal, the vertical. Appreciate you, man. We're all cool kids here, man. It's all participation awards. I'm okay with my peoples. I like that face. I'm digging that face. I'll take it. I gotta go back in there and like my stuff too. Alright. The next piece is the suit. I think we're almost close to getting this Hulk in here, man. Get my greens out. Green is so hard to blend. It's one of the things I hate the most. That green. Alright, I'm not using this. I might use this one instead. But I need a spot to do a test color. I ain't trying to show my guts. No guts. All right, let's just go with it. I'm gonna use a darker green so I can do the kind of like the line art, and I'll build around it. Because he is, in the reference I'm using, he's a bit yellow. So let's see if we can build up some of this line art. That's my reference. Let's do it. Set what the people want to see anyway. That was too much water. This is the thing I struggle with the most is consistency in my room when it comes to painting. Just because I'm always saying how dry it is in here, or warm, so I got my fans going, or a fan going. It's just kind of annoying. I'm actually gonna go for a little bit more water because I want to see something. What I need is more paint, more pigment. This might be the last day to use this paint anyways. It's just too, I think it's ran its course. It's too dry. I'm gonna figure out how to build on the figure just off of the arm first, and then we'll do the whole body. I really do like the way the artboard takes the paint. Something I had to get used to. But I really do enjoy it. I think the problem the challenge that I'm going through right now is more of a trying to do too much, trying to noodle too much, when simply just putting the color down where it's supposed to be should be enough. Because it'll come. Let some of this stuff breathe here. Plus, it lets me use my paint here like if it was ink. Meaning the way I'm able to manipulate the brush with weight. It may seem really dark and black, but it actually has a lot of green tint in there. You can see it a little bit in the reflection. I wasn't too sure if I was going to be doing the line art, or if I was just going to paint the form. So I might leave the outer edges of the figure blank. Or without line, I should say, not blank. Might have to move the canvas around like the brushwork. Thanks for the corazones. Thanks for the hearts, y'all. Appreciate it. I know I get a little quiet, get a little bit in the zone. In the zone. All right. I'm gonna see if I can mix a yellowish green here. My palette's getting full, and because this thing is dry, you see how dry that is. It might be time, but there's not that much left to do. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a ton left to do, but all right. Got a lot of yellow. It's me. It's like I'm ripping it in the. That's too small. This one. In the elevator. Omer, did you not stream after? I thought you was gonna stream, man. I'm not cutting into your time, are you? Am I? Should be out of here in like 45 minutes anyway. Keep my streams 2 hours, man, in and out. All right, this is this hot, man. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the stream, man. You got another. What is it? Artist. What I'm thinking about? Artist spotlight today. Only my own. I'm about to with the Hulk here. It needs to be darker, but we good. And then right here. What's up, Ginger Bear? His ears ringing. Oh, caramba. All right, let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. This is gonna be very comic booky, so I'm not gonna sweat. the colors. I might have to fix that shoulder, but we good. Thanks, Ginger. Appreciate it, brother. Ginger, where do you get those prompts? I don't know if I'll be able to do them, but it's just hilarious. The mugshot, the bugs on drugs. Tonight doing a creator spotlight on Jerome Hines, creator of MAGA Man. He has a new How to Draw superhero book on Amazon, so that will be on the Day from 8 p.m., 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Buscema Hulk. Actually, but this is... I said Buscema, but I lied. It's Ernie Chan. Anthony Will is the artist. He has a set of cards you can buy with the prompts, like 3 different card colors each with a... See, that's kind of cool. I don't do a lot of prompt challenges. I don't do Inktober, even though you end up getting sucked into doing Inktober sometimes. Not you, the royal you. But I do enjoy, or try to want to, challenge myself, and I think prompts would be a great way to challenge yourself creatively. I'm gonna need another shade of green for the in-between. He also has a Twitch channel and stream on Monday through Friday, and on Friday and Monday he does a live version of it where people choose goofy prompts and then one of the week. That's kind of cool. Okay. Ernie Chan is really good too. Yeah, Ernie Chan, I I started going back and grabbing a ton of Conan, Savage Swords, and Saga, the old magazine books, Marvel magazines. So I've been enjoying his work there. Yeah, man, I think the Inktober stuff, meh. But anything that helps creativity. I know I need it sometimes. I get stuck doing the same old stuff, man. I think that if people were to fall into my channel this year, that all they would have seen was the Hulk. Wolverine. Like the same rotation, and I really need to wake up. Alright, so I think that's pretty good. I think now I could do some blending. Now if I can figure this out, we in business. me see if I can mix in my tree greens. I don't know if this is gonna work. Not bad. I'm trying to find the bridge between the solid black lines, which I don't want to do, but I want to blend in that dark green. Plus, that's spoiler alert. That's not really the Hulk. It is Bruce Banner controlling a Hulk-sized robot. Because in this storyline, he can't turn into the Hulk. Damn, comic book is older than me, man. That kind of works. What do you think? I want him to stand out. There's a lot of blending going on around the piece, and I think having the Hulk's figure painted this way will have him stand out, as if he doesn't stand out enough, right? But I want him to for realsy stand out. Thanks, mate. Now I gotta figure out that same combination and do the whole piece. I think I can do it. And then I think next week I'll be working on this one. Ginger, you seen the Doom piece? I just added some acrylics, so I'm ready to go. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I can match that metal, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I did a Dr. Doom piece. Where is my notebook? Give me a sec. You can do it. Yeah, bro. I want to do this one. Well, here you go. See, all I do is the Hulk. I don't want to mess them up. All right. Yeah, all I draw and paint is the Hulk. That's the Red Hulk. What was really cool about this is that I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I didn't know underpainting, and I went straight with red, and I didn't realize that it would probably be a better idea if I layered in oranges and different tones so that the red can pop. And it was just a muddy mess. I waited about a year later. I think a year. I didn't sign it. A year later, and I used black ink from my gel, not my gel pens, my, the hell, bro, I can't even talk today. You know what I'm talking about. My ink pens. Holy smokes, bruh. Talk about brain dead for a hot second. My brush pens. My brush pens. And I was able to draw get in there with the lines, and it friggin' popped. I was like, let's go. And then I have a trouble. I got like butterfingers, man. And my brush pen fell off my hand. This was my my first gouache. Thank you, sir. My Pentel brush pen. Gouache sketchbook. This is what I threw myself into trying to figure it out. And I'm actually kind of proud of this. And I was trying to compensate a lot with my brush pens because I wasn't too sure how I was going to match the match my lines. But you can see there's no gradient. It's just wow. It looks cool from here. It looks better. It looks better on camera than in person. That's kind of like the story of my life. I love how that looks in what's the word, man? Juxtaposition of each other. That green and that red, looking nice. What is it? Nice. Of course, you gotta do Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is my jam. Sailor Moon is my jam. And I love this piece only because I can't draw non-angry faces. It's hard for me to draw, like most people, it's hard for me to draw smiles or anything cute. And Usagi here is always cute and bubbly. And I couldn't do the face, and I said, the heck with it, and it kind of basically painted. Kind of painted my own emotions. And I love it. My daughter loves Sailor Moon and was at one point doing fan art and fan fiction and doing a fan comic. So I did this for her. I did it for her. Thanks, man. Just juxtaposition. It's just a position. This I didn't really know the process with gouache. I did it all with first I did a ton of layers of blue, light blues, and then started putting in the skin tones and realizing that I can layer on top this way, and it still has a very cool look to it because of the blue underpainting. Look at her nose. I love that face. This is sealed with wax. Where's my stuff at? This is sealed with wax, so if I ever spill water on it, the gouache won't reactivate. This Dorland's wax medium. I'm not sponsored by them, but I will be. No, I'm just kidding. I should be. But yeah, what else? A little bit of the Kubert brothers. I think this was Kubert and his dad. Kubert drew it, dad inked it. That's Adam Strange. I really didn't know anything about it. I saw this piece in Pinterest and just loved the pose and how awkward it was. He said something on, something off. Yeah, wax on, wax off. Brooding Batman, you gotta have. I love old school Adam West Batman with just kind of like mope face. And the hero chin. I was drawing and painting very small because I just wasn't comfortable with it. I did a lot of cheating afterwards with the black ink. Yeah, Adam Strange here. And again, so I was doing a lot of cheating. Not I don't call it cheating, but I had a lot of just hiding the fact that I wasn't comfortable by doing a lot of black ink over it. And the thing, I think this is a card Eric Larson drew. I can never get him right. I did this piece 3 times, this small and in bigger pieces. I just can't get it right. The pose is off. The colors are terrible. But that's okay. That's what these are for. It's my man's. Hammond and Skeletor. Esqueleto from Nacho Libre. Who he hates all the orphans in all the world. Dude, can we say sad to admit, freaking Jared Leto nailed it as Skeletor. He freaking nailed it. I wish they didn't do too much with his voice. I wish I would have understood him a bit better. I think the sound design in the theater I was in, it could just be me, my ears are all jacked up. I wish the sound design was a bit better where I was. And Evelyn did nothing. Anyway. We gotta do link. This was my experimenting with hot and cold and tones and seeing if I can draw something and paint over it quickly. It'll be streaming soon, bro. That thing didn't make any money. And of course, what the heck did I just drop? Oh, I dropped something. I can't wait. I want to do a DC Spectre with the Shadow. I've been reading a lot. Speaking of Fabry, I got some old 1980s Spectre with Fabry did some of the covers in his. Anyway, what was I going to show you guys? Oh yeah, I was going to show you Doc Doom. One of the best ways to draw Doc Doom is not to use a lot of green. And I kind of like khakied it up. And the way I was able to do his mask there was just square brushes. Yeah, but that character was trash. Give me Meg Foster all day. So I think that's a good graduation right there. August of 2020. Oh man, almost 2 years ago. Maybe I can paint this for the 2-year anniversary. Look at that. I think that'll work. Ah, here we go. I did one and I never got to paint it. Space Ghost. I don't like it. I do. I kind of and I don't. Yeah, One Punch Charlie Brown. This was for. I did it in June, but I held it for Halloween. One Punch Charlie Brown. So, I think I found my groove. I think we're in business. I think I'm going to need a bigger brush. Maybe not. Dude, something fell around me and I have no idea what it was. Oh, okay, I know what it was. I think I'm going to use these round brushes. Yeah, that'll work. The thing about painting, right, is that the bigger the brush sometimes reduces the control, and you kind of want that. You want to have like a freer ability. I love black and white, dude, so I feel you, Ginger. There's just something about it. Tone, man. That's my dream. Oh, here you go, Omar. Because you keep asking. You keep asking for the hoo-has. I was drawing this on my free time. I got these woodless lead pencils from Arteza. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do her hand here. She's kind of like pulling the jacket aside. But yeah, man, I fell in love with charcoal in college, and I'm like, and I've used it ever since in my artwork. I was showing. It's alive. It moved. I was showing earlier some of my stuff. Just how I use the blending and using my erasers. So, but it's all about those tones, man. All right, I think I found the right place. I'm just gonna keep messing around here. Do you want to, Omar? I'll send you that piece, man. I'll scan it in. I'll send it to you. And then you can do whatever you want. Have a good one, brother. Not at the meeting. I know they suck. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for swinging through, Ginger. I'll say what's up to you if you next time we cross paths, brother. Appreciate you. All right, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so let's work on the top. I got like 15 minutes anyway. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to spritz. Yeah. Ah, that was too much. What color was this? What's up, Mujito? What is it? I'm gonna try to say it. Mujito Toquitos. Appreciate you, man. This is gonna be the hardest part up here, just because of all of the serration in his serrations. I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I forgot. I forgot to do the dark. I'm gonna have to do that now. You got it, man. Say less. You got it. I'll send you that one. That'll be our introductory piece. All right, that's what I didn't want to do. So let's see if we can work on. All right, here we go. I knew it looked off. It's because I didn't add any of some of the line art here with the shadow parts. It changes everything. I'm gonna have to add some of that just so that his head pops. I got a few more minutes left. Yeah, so. And then it'll be Friday. I don't stream on Thursdays. But I'll probably be working on that giant Galactus piece. Maybe even this one, just so I can get it out the way. I'm trying to, and like I said, I'm not in a rush for any of this stuff here. I'm actually trying to see how many projects I can work on in one go and stay motivated. It's like the hardest thing, but not really motivated. I want you guys to be engaged and enjoy what you're seeing here. It's really the point. You have a good one, brother. I appreciate you. Have a great stream later on today. And I'll stop by if I can. Say what up. I'll send you that piece, dude. I'm for real. I think you'll nail it. Alright, I gotta remember. Dark lines. And then the light. So it's gotta go dark, light, medium, mid. I'm kind of digging this this method. I'm more of an overblender. I would have been in here just kind of blending these two the same way I blended, overblended the blast there. I'm gonna add some more clear color, but I'm gonna wait to do the face and stuff. But seeing how this is going well, I'm gonna keep going on the dark tone. It'll feel like I'm inking the piece. It actually does feel like I'm inking the piece, so. It's a really cool looking, like a graphic look to it. I don't know if that does graphic, but it's almost like Illustrator-esque. About 4 minutes. All right. So for the next 4 minutes, I'm gonna let the music play me out. I'm gonna keep working on this. You guys will be able to hang out and see it. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me as I as I paint the Hulk. This recreation of Hulk, the Incredible Hulk number 224, covered by Ernie Chan, circa 1978. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much. This is Art to the Round Table. My name is Mello. God bless you. I love you. Mean it. And until next time, I'll see you guys Friday. I'll draw you later. Bye-bye.